Hey, what's going on, people? Hope you're alright. Just back doing a couple of GTA videos. I buy the Vapid FMJ MK5 and fully mod it with HSW and all the works. And then I am doing one of my last walkthroughs on Cayo Perico, full stealth, no guards killed, no money lost, and delete challenge. And that's that. But before we do. This is me just doing a little bit of sneak thievery on a playthrough of the Avi Schwartzman DLC, the Safe House in the Hills. I love doing things like stealth. I really do like stealth runs. It doesn't matter what it is, I just like doing stealth runs. I don't know why it is, but they float my boat. But anyway, that was Billy Anderson. Indubitably. Did you see that? That's that guy who Putter always uses for Billy Anderson. Anyway, cut a long story short, the video's about to start. So, yeah, this is me buying the Vapid FMJ MK5. And then we're going to roll on to steal a pink diamond. Full stealth. Cayo Perico. Again, it will be my last walkthrough of this method. But anyway, it is where it is, man. It's designed for people who keep messing my heists up and doing a terrible job on heists. That's what it's designed for. So I'm sorry if it's boring any of you out there, but this is designed for those type of people who can do with the help, because it's evident, like I said in my last video, it's evident that there's still people of really good ranks that don't know what the hell they're doing. Anyway, so here we go for just buying the Vapid FMJ MK5. There I am in my Woodlander, and now I've just fast forwarded it over to the Los Santos car meet, the LS car meet, and I've just called my my Vapid FMJ MK5 in, and now I'm going to give it a little test out on the factory settings, see what it's like. It's a nice car. Oops, sorry. It is a nice car, but yeah, I mean, I would say this: if you've only got a little bit of money, you've got enough to buy this car, but you've only got a little bit of money as a whole, I would say wait on this car, because it's a bloody lot of money. It's 2.9 and some difference to start with. So that, as you see it there, cost me over 2.9 million. And then you have the HSW upgrades and all the rest to go with it. So, you know, you're talking like over, I think if I remember rightly, it's over 4 million, possibly over 5 million. I can't remember now, but anyway, I mean, I wasn't really paying attention at the time of making the video of how much money I was spending and stuff like that. I just know that it knocked me down to something like 111 million, and I don't like going below 125, you know, so, and I have spent quite a bit on this last update, even though I've not played for like over 2 months. I've spent quite a bit on this, so I need to make it back up before I do anything. So I'm going for HSW upgrades. If I remember rightly, that's 195. Is that 1.9 million for that? I can't see. Anyway, all down on the brakes. Canards went all the way down on those. I think I did. Engine HSW tune full down. Yep, 60 grand for that. And we've got turbo GT exhaust. I went full down on that. I'm sure I did. So secondary sports grill, I went for hexagonal, or honeycomb, should I say. I went for that secondary honeycomb, I'm sure it was, if I remember rightly. And then let's wait until we carry on, because I'm doing my audio after the video was made here, so I'm not narrating this while the video's playing, I'm narrating it while the video's on, already been recorded, should I say. I didn't really, to be honest with you, this car in general, it is a freaky looking car, but it's a nice car. The thing is with it is you've got to manage its acceleration, because if you don't, you can easily spin out in it. It puts so much power down that if you are sort of like turning and you ram your foot down, or should I say, you put your finger down on the accelerator, you know, you can spin out if you're not careful. So take in mind that it does need some getting used to a little bit before, you know, you start flying around the streets and, you know, almost wrapping it around lampposts or something. Having said that, though, it's got good handling, I think. Now, when I came to splitters, I didn't want those hideous forged steel splitters or the diffusers. I didn't realise at the time, but I've put a forged. I'm sure it's a forged steel diffuser on the back end. That's going to be coming off. I could see those forged, them HSW forged steel things, forged splitters or forged uh, spoilers and stuff. I cannot stand them. I think they look horrible. You know, I think they throw the car off. It's like what I mean is you'll have like clean lines, you'll have nice paint, shiny paint, and then you look down and you'll have like I don't know as an example. Look at that. You that diffuser. I mean, you look down and you'll see like a dappled diffuser or a dappled spoiler or a dappled splitter going on. It just throws me off, man. Each to their own, man, but it throws me off. I don't like them. So anyway, I slammed it all the way down to the ground. I picked spots, wheels, and I got oozer on those. I didn't go for chrome. I was thinking about going for chromes, but I decided upon it and went for just normal standard wheels, oozer. I'm a big fan of those. A big fan of those wheels. I always have been, actually, from 2015. When I was playing story mode and stuff, I've always been a fan of those. Now, I was going to go with just straight tyres, no custom tyres. I went all down on the windows. I always do that. I always go for limo. But I was going to leave the tyres, and I didn't. In the end, I went with custom tyres. I think it sucks a little bit with liveries, this car too. It does suck a little bit with liveries, I've got to say, because I did go with that last one, that one with a little pink hat on it. But I mean, I think that's crap. That there. I don't. I mean, like I say, each to their own. Some people probably love that, but I don't like it. And now I was, that's plain. That's plain to me. But I was going to go for that, and that also. But I didn't like the way the numbers split up on the edges and stuff like that. Like that green, like slash camo type stuff. Nah, it's not for me. That I don't like it. I'd rather keep it straight as it is, without a livery. If it was a case of just having that on at all. So yeah. I got a little bit stucky with the colour and the liveries actually. When it was actually going on when I was making the video, I got a little bit stuck. I wasn't too sure on what colour code I wanted to go with, or whether I wanted to, try the secondary as a different colour. In the end, I just went with black on black, which is secondary and first colour and secondary colour. I just went with black. I couldn't think of what to go with. I'll probably change it at a later date. Who knows? But this was just the first sort of like upgrade I did for the Vapid FMJ MK5. So yeah. So I do initially go with. Sorry, I do eventually go with black. Like I say, that's how I like black. Yeah, there you go. Do you know something? I can't even remember if I checked out. Yeah, I did. I did check out the spoilers actually. I must have done because I'm sure that's not the spoiler. Is it? I can't. Oh God, I can't remember. You'll see anyway in a minute. Yeah, we'll go. Is it? Oh no, that's not it. That's colours still. But yeah. You see those liveries there, those house liveries? I don't like them. I'm not. They only go on certain cars, in my opinion. They only look like kind of all right on some cars. I think I've got. See that there, that one there. I don't have the bottom one opened up, the Elite, but the House Special Works Racing, that one, the 50 grand one, above the 25 grand one. I can't work out why that's 50 grand and that's 25 grand, but anyway. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a massive fan of them. In fact, I've got House Special Works Racing liveries on about 3, possibly 4 of my cars in the whole game, if that. I'm not a massive. I think they're too loud, too noisy. You know what I mean? Too much going on, and it's literally plastered everywhere. So yeah, I like a bit of. I don't like that. I like that. That's what I went with. That there. That's what I went with. That livery there. That's exactly the same one I went with there. In fact, I think I picked it. Yeah, didn't go with any colourful lights, and I didn't go with any neons on this one. I didn't want to. I didn't want to go for any neons on this one. I mean, it's that low. Anyway. But one thing I will be definitely doing, I'll be changing that diffuser. when I get back on, because I've realised, looking back on the video, that I've actually gone for, without realising it, a forged steel diffuser at the back. So yeah, I don't like that shit. Don't like it. So yeah, so we've got, what else we've got? We've done all that lot. Did the canards, and that was that. Yeah, that was that. Must have done the spoiler. So I took her for a test drive after this. I took her for a little test drive down the highway and around the town a little bit. Did a bit of spinning around and stuff like that with it. Now, the power management in this, you see what I'm saying there? See what I'm saying there? If I hadn't tried writing myself, I would have spun out. And that's what I'm talking about its acceleration. It has got crazy acceleration, but it's got that much power like some of cars have. Like, say, for instance, as an example, as a rough example, the Vigero ZX, is it? The muscle car. I remember when I first bought that. I've got both of them, actually, the soft top and the hard top. But when I bought those, I remember, you know, if you was like 10 in a corner and you push down too much, it'd spin out and stuff. That's what I'm talking about. You've got to manage the power on it. You know, take your finger off the take your finger off the acceleration a little bit. Just, or pump the acceleration a little bit, maybe, or just take it off altogether, or even brake if you have to. I mean, you know, it's better than fucking pranging, I suppose, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is you've just got to be careful with that power, because it is nippy. It is fast on acceleration, although its power can spin out. But apart from that, look, see what I mean? See, let me see it there. Look at that. It's off. But at top end, at its top speed, and I don't know what it is, by the way, so I can't tell you because I haven't done any research on it. All I know is basically about half an hour's to an hour's messing around with the car, and besides that, I never even looked anywhere. But it is really nimble. I find it really nimble myself personally, and I find it really its traction once you're going is great. You know, like once you're off like this, it's great. You know, but yeah, just be careful when you're setting off. Just be careful when you're at a slower speed, especially, particularly if you're in a 10 or you're turned or you're in a turn or something like that, because too much power will spin you out, or can spin you out. It's done it to me already. It's done it to me a bunch of times actually already, when I was testing the car out, and like a little bit after, and that when I was doing like other little missions and stuff in it, like little tiny missions and stuff like that. But yeah, here, I pull the brake and deliberately spin out so I can get on the other side of the road. Look, see what I mean? You see my back end kicking out a bit there? That's what I'm talking about. Put so much power down, it kicks right out and you spin out. You'll see what I mean soon, because I start doing some donuts soon. But yeah, anyway, we're stealing a pink diamond after this. Again, it is my last Cayo walkthrough on this specific method that I'm going to be doing, which is, again, it's the stealth approach, no guards dropped, all secondary items, and well, bags filled with secondary items. Main objective is the pink diamond. No cash lost, elite challenge, all that jazz. So that's what we're doing next after this. And again, this will be my last walkthrough of this specific Cayo Perico method that I use. It's one of the methods I use. It's not the method I use. Here we go. Look, see what I mean? I've just pranged into a bike, as you can see on the ground there, and just by putting my finger down on the acceleration, this is what it's like. You know what I mean? Got to be really careful with it. But once you're off like a bullet, man. It's a nice car. Just be careful. If you ain't got a lot of money, I'd save a little bit first before you buy it, because it's, like I say, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend on it, on the HSW and everything else. So here we'll go for Cayo Perico. This is the last, like I said, this is the last stealth walkthrough that I'll be doing. You see, people keep fucking my Heist up still. I never know who I'm working with, so I usually pick 4 on call. And it's good enough for me. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll be straight with you. If I could do every single heist in the game on my own, I would do, because it cuts down on the moving parts. Because the R6 that I have had with the people who have been off really good ranks, who have just done totally stupid or dumb things. It's just unbelievable. So this is designed for people like that. And I'm not talking like I'm talking like people who are new to it. You know, people who might want to get better, or might need some pointers, or might need to understand certain things. Do you know what I mean? It's designed for people like that. So it's not designed for any OGs. Of course, it's not. It's designed for people like that. So anyway, here we go for my last walkthrough of the full stealth Cayo. I can't believe I once thought this was hard, but you do when you're first starting out. You do think they're hard. You know, they do come across as hard, but they're not. Once you get used to them, once you get the hang of them, and you know where things are and what you need to do, they're not hard. You can fly through them. I say fly loosely because I don't mean fly as in like a speed run. I'm on about you can just get through them easy. I'm not into really speed running or anything. I don't really. It doesn't float my boat speed running. But just picking up the bolt cutters. Now these can be anywhere. When you've scoped the island, they can end up being anywhere. So you've just got to go to the right places and scope about. And once I've scoped the island, I'll have a look, just putting on the guard clothing. I'll have a look to see where things are situated, and I'll plan my route from there, where I'm going to attack the island from. But this clothing that I've just put on, this enables you basically to be able to run through the cones of the guards without becoming aware. Just don't stand in the cones for too long, or don't like mill about in the cones, because they will become aware of you. You can run through the cones, that's sorted. You know, you can drive through the cones, that's sorted. But don't hang around in the cones for too long at all, because they do become aware of you, even if you're wearing these clothes or not. So just keep that in mind. Now, I've just picked up my first coke. There was only one goal on this island this time, so I just went for coke and solo. I was planning on doing it with another person if I could have found somebody who was competent enough to not fuck the job up, and was there was another like 2 gold on the in the compound, but there wasn't. There was only 1 gold, you see, so I just did it on my own. And I'll be honest with you, I can't lie to you. I kind of prefer it like that because, again, I never know what I'm working with. So, you know, it's like there's only so many letdowns you can take before you start getting really fucking fed up with it. So, right, so on we'll go. Last thing I'm going to do here is I've just picked up the last secondary item, which was the coke, and I'm just going to run up this silo here, grab the grappling hook, and then we're going to make our way to the compound to grab that fist-sized gem. So what I usually do is, you know, a lot of the times I might use the grappling hook just as a backup, because I don't always like going in. I mean, the grappling hook, it's in my opinion one of the laziest ways to do it. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, you just grab the grappling hook once you've scoped it, and you just hook up over the wall, and that's it. You're in the compound. But I like things like one of my favourite ways. And bearing in mind, a friend showed, well, an online pal showed me this ages ago. And I was really sort of like appreciated for him to show me it. But this was quite some time ago. This, but you know, the truck, you can scope the truck, and you can go through the front gate. That's one of my favourite ways. It's one of the slower ways, but it's one of my favourite ways. You can easily do it in the allotted time, 15 minutes. So, you know, it's not like too slow, but it is slower than being on, like, say, for instance, this bike or whatever. You know what I mean? So just making our way around to the compound. Once we're at the compound, even though you've got your grappling hook, you've got 2 possibilities here. I think maybe there's more. I'm not too sure, but the 2 possibilities I know about is you can either take out the guards on these doors. You've got one walking up and down, and you've got one stood outside the door. He's walking around, there's one stood outside the door there. You can take them out, and if you need be, take some more guards out to find the code and go through the front door on the right. But I went lazy and did the grappling up thing. You know what I mean? I couldn't be arsed messing around with this time. I just wanted to get it over and done with. So, yeah. This is one of the easiest methods you can use to get into the compound, and one of the easiest ways to do it, to do the actual whole heist. I mean, apart from the stealth aside, I mean, which is easy enough as it is, but I'm just saying, even if you went in popping guards and that, as long as you don't pop too many in the wrong places or out like that, then you're all right. It's one of the easiest ways to do it. This, in my opinion, anyway. Guards movements and things like that seem to change when you're doing it with the Alkanost and other methods. They seem to change a little bit, the movements of the guards, which I find odd. But anyway, yeah. So as soon as you're in, just do what I've done. Tuck yourself away down there somewhere or wherever you want, just as long as you're out the way. Sneak yourself about this about the place and get yourself up this wall here. As soon as that guard who's just walked off has made his move and turned his back to you, make your move when he's turned his back to you, and stash here. If you're not doing a stealth run, you can pop the guard up above on the steps what are on the left of your screen. If not, then wait till that guard who's just walked away from you is more or less halfway down the path again. Then run like I've just done and stop here because there's a guard I'm pointing at him now, right at the top of them stairs. He turns away and walks away like that. Every time, more or less every time he does that, right? And all you have to do is run around here, and as long as you don't raise no alarms, just do this. Again, this is the full stealth walkthrough. You know, this is just like basically what I do for a full stealth run. Wait till he's got in front like that, stops, and then just keep on going. Now you can either go back down the stairs if you want. I wouldn't advise that. I wouldn't advise that at all. Or you can hack the panels in the in this room, this very room here. You know, and basically, why not? You know, you're already here, so these prints, again, they're the same prints as other places in the game. You've just got to memorize the pieces and where they go. As soon as you've memorized the actual fingerprint itself, they become very easy to suss out every single time they come out. You know what I mean? It's just basically, you've got to memorize these. It's a memory thing, that's all it is. You've just got to memorize them. You know what I mean? They're basically the same prints, they're the same pieces that come out. You've just got to fit them together. You know, so it's basically memorizing them. You know, like that. So there you go. We're in. So all the way down into the vault area, or should I say, into the basement area, and then back up again, just like that. Now, when you get to these gates, it's 4 presses, right? Don't let it get to the top, of course, because it'll just go like that, and then it'll drop slowly. So, like it does in the casino if you fuck up the drills or something like that. So, do it to the top so it goes red, then drop it again. Then again, that's 2. Then again, 3. And then you'll get about halfway, quarter to halfway up. There you go, about halfway up, look, and then you're done. So, that's that. Now it's just a case of getting out of there. So, same again. Do it backwards. Jump down the stairs. Do a Superman down the stairs. Don't mind him. Do another Superman down the stairs. Do another Superman down the stairs. Wait here, just in case that guy stood where the stairs is, but he wasn't. He was down on the left there, so I made my move, which is right to do because his back's turned to you. Now, get your son down here. As long as there's no guards in your vicinity that can see you, then you're alright. Just get to the gate and activate your D-pad. And that's that. You're as good as out already. Get mad, kick the door, boom. Then press the stress oppressor, which is on the wall there, look. Press in case you're stressed. Now you can either take the guard out in front of you there, but with this being a stealth run, I'm not going for that. I'm going full stealth, as I said, and basically if you're with more than one person, you can pick a Jeep here, or if you're doing it solo like I am, you can easily just pick the bike, which is a better option in my opinion. It's just you can't get no more than one person, like. But anyway, if you're solo, it's the perfect option to pick. It's the perfect thing to pick, and you can get around on it quick as well. So yeah, this part here, when you're leaving, don't just barrel off and jump off like, you know, I don't know, some superhero into the water, doing backflips as you go. Because I used to do this, and I wasn't aware that you lost money. or should I say, you could lose money. And there was times I did lose money and I didn't realise it, and then there was times where I did lose money and I got onto it. But this was after being told that you can lose money. So if you're ever trying to do like a clean video, if you're ever trying to do a clean run, and you want it to be the cleanest it can be, then don't barrel off the edge because you do lose money. And yet, or should I say, it's not written in stone. You don't always lose money. There's times I've jumped in the water off the bike, right off the edge, even done flips and landed in the water, and I haven't lost money. But there's times when I have. So just remember that if you want to do a clean run, you don't want to lose no money, and you want to do it clean. You want to get every penny out of there that you can, and don't do that because you do lose money sometimes. Okay, and that's that. So before it was nerfed, before Cayo was nerfed again, I remember I used to get 1.7 and some difference on this heist. Uh, that's solo as well. I'm sure it was something like 1.7 that I used to get between something like 1.6, 1.7 or something like that. This was 1.5. This was and some difference, as you'll see. Of course, it's going to be platinum. I'm not that. I don't know even if the platinum means anything. But did it in 9.5, just over minutes anyway. 1.5 and a half almost million, and that's that. Yeah, almost 1.6 million. Yeah, so it's about right. Yeah, it was about. It was about. I'm sure I remember 1.7 solo before they nerfed it again. But anyway, that's that. That's my last walkthrough of this method. If you follow that method and you get better at it, and you hone it, then you can do them as clean as that if you want. It's entirely up to you. This is designed for those people who keep messing with heist up and those people that aren't doing a very good job at heist. That's all it's for. It's for nobody else. But I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. It just won't be this exact one. Peace, man.